Hey there, welcome back. I hope everybody's doing good out there today. Today I have another Buy Me a Coffee donation request from Peter G. Peter is just an absolute rock star. Thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate it. It really does mean the world to me, so thank you. Today he has me listening to a band I've never heard before, and I might get the name wrong. It's Departe or Departe. There's an extra E on the end of it, and there's most of the written thing, there's a weird thing going over the first E. But sorry, so I apologize if I mispronounced the name. The name of the song is called Vessel. Really excited for this. I love getting new bands, and I believe I looked at it, and this band is from Tasmania. So this is my first Tasmanian band. I'm also a little iffy on if they're still active. I couldn't find a Wikipedia for them, so I'm using the what's it called, the Metal Archive, I believe, or something like that. Let's see, the Metal Archives, yeah. And a lot of times it'll have, when you look at the members, it'll say a date and then to current, or a date to a date. This one has a date to a question mark, and instead of being under current members, it's under last known lineup. So I don't know if they're still together. It's all, I'm going in blind, so I don't know exactly what I'm getting into. I'm excited for this though, because I love new music, and I know Peter wouldn't steer me wrong. Peter always gives me amazing music to listen to. And so, Peter, you're an absolute badass. You're a rock star. Thank you for your support. It really does mean the world. So I'm excited to get into this. So let me switch on over and get going. So here we go with Buy Me a Coffee donation request from Peter G. of Departe and the song Vessel. Starting from 0 to 100. Listen to that double bass. Okay, let's excuse me. Let's talk about this. Okay, interesting. First of all, there was no intro. It was just, I hit play and he's screaming, the guitars are just jamming. It's unusual. It's like very experimental and almost progressive with all the stuff that's going on. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's at the same time... Sorry, I'm going to take a drink. I'm getting a little choked up because of it. it's at the same time incredibly fast, but also incredibly slow. The drummer, specifically, let's see, Michael is the drummer. His hands are going, he's just, cymbal, snare, cymbal, super slow. Everything he's doing up top is really slow and methodical. His double bass is switching between what I'd say, a common double bass to like machine gun, where I'm starting to think that he must have triggers on his kick drums, because that's fast. That is so fast he's doing. Really impressive. If he's doing that without triggers, crazy impressive. The singer, Sam, he's a singer and a guitarist. His screams and growls are very interesting. He's switching between the scream and the gutturals very interestingly, but again, super slow. And the guitar and bass is, sometimes I can't tell if it's chugging or if it's just letting it ring out. It's interesting. I'm not hooked yet, but I'm interested to see where this song goes. It's a fairly long song. It's almost 7 minutes long. I'm interested to see where it goes, because it's doing a lot of things. There's already been a bunch of change-ups in it. And like I said, the combination of the ultra-fast double bass with everything else being slow and methodical, it's an interesting combination. It's an interesting sound. Listen to that double bass. And he's doing all kinds of cool stuff on the cymbals. Very subtle stuff. A lot of dissonance in the guitar as well. The two guitars are very dissonant off of each other. It's almost like the guitars are purposefully a half tone off. They're very dissonant. They're like more dissonant than just a minor key. It almost makes it unenjoyable to listen to, but it's just close enough where I'm interested in seeing and wondering how they're doing that. To me, it would almost be harder to play just slightly off than letting your ear bring you, in tune with the other player. It's really interesting how they're doing it, and I guess I'm my mind is confused. I don't know what's going on, and it's an interesting confusion. I'm not. It's super experimental sounding. It's cool, but it's odd, and it's definitely. I'll hold that until I'm finished, but interesting. I mean, that's the best word for it, is interesting, and what they're doing, how many changes they're doing, and all the stuff all the decisions are very interesting. See that dissonance right there? It's like off kilter. It's like visually it's a Dutch angle. And there's that double bass again. that guitar, constant guitar chug, while the other guitar is just doing like notes. And the bass is super low. There was a cool little bass slide in there. I didn't say his name. The bass player is Gerard, and the other guitar player is Mitch. The guitars were doing a cool little play off each other. One of them was just a constant chug, while the other one was just hitting like notes, just individual notes here, there. And then that bass is just thudding down really low. Meanwhile, that double bass is just nonstop, just methodical. Wow, it's interesting. Again, that's the main word I can think of. Interesting. It's got me. I'm confused, but very interested. Like it's becoming a drone. That bass is just filling your chest. Oh, and they have clean vocals. I like his clean voice. And then they're just letting it resolve on its own. Cymbal hits. Interesting. Okay, let's... That was a Buy Me a Coffee donation from Peter G. For Vessel, or sorry, Departe, with the song Vessel. Let's talk about that. That was... I kept saying interesting, and I don't know if I liked it or not. It's definitely not oh God, I hated that. Don't ever, don't bring that to me again. But it didn't jump out at me either. Toward the end, when Sam started singing clean, I liked his voice a lot. I liked some of their choices, but it was just it's a little unusual. I think it may be a little too... What's the word I'm looking for? Too cerebral, maybe, because there was so much unusual stuff going on. It almost felt through a lot of that song that the rest of the band said, okay, looked at the drummer and said, okay, we're going to be going at this tempo. Don't worry about what we're playing. We're going at this tempo. Do whatever you want. And the drummer just did whatever the hell he wanted. Very cool technical stuff that drummer was doing. The changing the paces of the double bass. The snare there toward the end, it was a weird pattern of hit, not hit, not hit, not hit. It was like every third time he was going to hit the snare, he didn't. And then he kept that pattern up for a while. And all the cool stuff he was doing on the cymbals it was subtle. Sometimes it was a little hard to hear underneath the guitars, but he was doing a lot of cool, subtle, but very technical stuff on the cymbals. The bass, especially in the second half of the song, was so low and just menacing, just deep and just, so cool. The guitars being, like I said, a lot of the song, it felt like they were a half note off of each other, a half tone off, which was giving it a very dissonant, almost hard to listen to sound, but it didn't make me want to turn it off. It was like, oh, this is so different from what my ear picks up as being, in tune, but I didn't want to like, oh God, it's hurt my ears, turn it off. It wasn't that. It was definitely deliberately done. Interesting. That's the best word I can come up with. It's not something I'm probably going to listen to over and over again, but it was an enjoyable listen. It had my brain just twisted up in little knots trying to figure out what they were doing. So Peter, thank you for your donation. I'm sorry I didn't love it, but I definitely didn't hate it either. And it had me twisted up. I was trying my best to just figure out what I was listening to, which is fun sometimes. But I enjoyed the listen. I definitely did. So Peter, thank you so much for your support. I can't say how much I appreciate you enough. You are an absolute badass. Thank you so much. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. If you guys like the video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, and notification bell. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you next time.